Are you the type that pick your phone whenever something goes wrong to begin to call friends, family, anybody that is willing to listen to you at that time to complain about the situation that is going on around you? Or complain, it could be issues in your workplace, at home, family issues, marital problems, whatever. Are you the type that always pick your phone to call anybody that cares to listen to it? Or are you somebody who just calmly just sit down and think of a solution towards that problem? So if you're new here, you're welcome. If you're my return subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video and leave a comment for me also. Okay, so are you the solution driven ones? Somebody that when something happens, you just want to look for a solution around the whole thing instead of just complaining to everybody that wants to hear? Or do you just calmly just talk to God? Because you know with God, He never mislead you. He will not mislead you. He will tell you what you need to hear. And if you follow His instruction, it is perfect. So let me give you an instance. Me personally, I am an emotionally driven person. I can tell you that, yes. Because when something happens, I like let my emotions take over. I hardly want to like sit down calmly to just reflect or think of any other thing. I just want to let my emotion take over. Okay, so let me tell you what happened to me recently. If you know me personally, I have a very supportive spouse who, whenever I want to do something, he always supports me whenever I want to do anything. So, as far as it's not bad. So, there's this time I wanted to do something, and then I didn't tell him because I felt he would always, as usual, he has always supported me. So, I didn't even think it's not as if I didn't tell him because I wanted to hide it. I just felt he will not have an issue with it because he'll be fine. I didn't really think much about it because I didn't even know if he was going to have an issue with it. So when he got to find out, he was like, he doesn't like that thing. He doesn't like the fact that I was doing that. And I was surprised. I was surprised because I never thought he was going to have any issue about that thing. So when he told me, I was so angry. Like I was pissed. I felt he didn't even have the right to be angry. Like, why would he tell me not to do that thing? So when he told me, I was actually feeding my baby and I was so mad when he told me. And then immediately he finished talking to me, he went out. So I was feeding my baby. I was angry. I was feeding the baby. I was angry. Only me, I was talking. So I wanted to pick my phone to begin to call and start that long call. So so let me just bath him so that when I bath him, I can then take my time to make that long call. So when I went inside, after I was done bathing him, then I had the call of prayer, and then I said, okay, something was told, oh yeah, now pray. So that at least if you pray this call, you will get your time talk because that call was going to be a long call. Hey, like I didn't even have credit, but and it was late already. I didn't have credit, and I told myself, I'll borrow credit today. Hey, credit go burn because I'll definitely have to finish that talk. So I said, okay, so let me pray before I can begin to make that call. So when I started praying, I prayed or when I was on the first raka'ah, something just told me, like, this is somebody that has always supported what you do. Why don't you just try and talk to him? Maybe he might even understand you. So when I got up the second time, when I went back to the studio, I just prayed. I said, God, please help me. What should I even do? And I just had I had it. It was like even if it means begging him, just beg him. That was it. So and immediately I got up, I felt so relieved because I prayed with so much anger in me. But after I entered the cellar, I felt so much calmed. I felt that anger was no longer there. So I ended up not calling anybody. Yes, I didn't call anybody because the moment I just felt okay, and then I just told myself, like, this is somebody that always supported me. So if he's having an issue this time around, even if it means talking to him, talk to him and then maybe make him see reasons why you really want to do this thing. Which I am pretty sure if I talk to him, he wouldn't even have an issue with it. But because I was letting my emotion take over, control me at that time, I wasn't even thinking. So when he came, it's not as if I was still having, even I didn't even know how to go about that conversation with him. I told myself that, even if he did not agree that thing, I must do it. Yes, I told myself that even if after talking to him, if you know me, I must do it. So before I started talking to him, I told myself, and is this one that I'm doing like, let me not go and spoil the whole thing. And you should know how also how to go about talking to him. Manners of approach also matter. So do you know those times when you really want to talk to somebody and you don't know how to start? Now I was in the room, we are in the room, but I wanted to say that thing. Why couldn't? I was forcing myself. I didn't know how to say it. After a while, I had to like, okay, you told me this thing the other time. I didn't know you were even going to have an issue with it because this is something I had really wanted to do. Moreover, I prayed about it and I felt that strong urge to want to do that thing. So I'm surprised that you're having or even having issue with this thing. But I really want to do this thing, and I would really love and appreciate that if you and I are on the same page on this. So please, I am begging you. I really want to do this thing, and I really want you to get angry or want us to fight over it. And shout out to my husband. Thank you, babe, for always supporting me. Now, let me tell you, when I told him that my husband can be difficult if he wants to be. So, immediately I told him he was sitting that he got up to go and carry his phone. I told him, I said, aha, he don't come. Gbas will start because I had to I said, no, Hala, let him go and carry the phone so that I will begin to quarrel the quarrel. Man. When he picked his phone, came back, sat down, and he just started gisting me about what happened at work. I was surprised, and that was it. Like, that was it. He never complained about me doing that thing again. He never said anything, and then that was it. And I kept on doing it, and he never had an issue with it. Now, imagine if I had let my emotion at that time took over everything I was feeling at that time, because this is something I prayed about. I knew God wanted me to do this thing. And then my husband, this is somebody that had never stopped me from doing something. Now he's a person that the devil wants to use now to like stop me from doing the whole thing. And then I knew that God had a hand in this thing. So there's no way that God will have a hand in something and then it's something will go otherwise. It's not possible. So at that moment, I told myself, I said, imagine how the devil would have used me to like spoil the whole thing for myself. Because imagine if I had let my emotion to just begin to call, and then this person will be giving his own opinion. This one will tell you do this one will tell you this, and then you to just mess up the whole thing. And this is what I just it's not as if I realized that method myself. It was just something that just happened to me, and then I just realized that, oh boy, it was better. It's when you are solution driven, it saves you a whole lot of stress. You get to like just think about, okay, what is the way forward? And even if there is no way forward, you get to like pray, talk to God, let him guide you towards how you should go about that thing. So from that day, I learned that when you are emotionally driven, you don't think, you don't reflect, you just react. And then when you react, you just end up messing the whole thing up. And you might, at the end of it, just regret everything. Now, I'm not perfect, just as I'll always tell you in every video, but every day you get to learn one or two on how to go about the things happening around us. So let's learn to not make our emotions make us make drastic decisions we might end up regretting. Learn to always think of the solution towards the issue you're having at that time, and then look for a way forward towards that. Because when you allow your emotion will end up making you rush. But when you talk to God, God will give you, talking to God makes you more wiser. Yes, He gives you the wisdom, and then He gives you direction on how to solve whatever issues it is that you are having. So let's always learn to be solution driven instead of allowing ourselves and allowing our emotions to take control over us. So, guys, if you're still here and you're still watching up to this extent, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you learn one or two in this video, let me know. Let others know in the comment section. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.